Alrighty. Yep, here we go. G'day. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Now, um, we're in the latter stages. A Junkers 88 and a BF 109 G6, and there's not much more to do on either of them. Now, as far as it goes, now first, there's a few things we need. First thing I need to do is get you a better viewing angle. If you want to on, come back. Light up so as we get a decent view as to what we're doing. Back a bit. There we go. Alright, here's our Junkers. Now, the first thing we need to do for our Junkers, really, is let's get our sundry canopy piece. Yours. Through. Need one of these. Three of these. Actually, another one of them. So, we've got 5 guns to put in. Anyway, is pretty well. I thought I should probably give you a slightly better view. Uh, Alright, first things first. Basically, we're putting our guns into these. That'll be before we each canopy part has a gun. And off we go. All right. Now then, tweezers. Once job. Bam. Progress. That's fine. Fine. Yeah. Quite irrelevant. And we see. Fine. Two. Doesn't really fix. Comfy. Slowly. Boom. Okay. Slay. Two more guns dry. While that's drying, did have a small patch like this. Drying. Then, ultimately, really good. These could be boom. All coming together, peeps. Another one. Canopy will go once you've got this notice. Gardens. Happening. Oh, oops, hey buddy, how you doing? Just getting the guns into the canopies, as you can see. What's these? And I didn't end up finding that mirror on the 109, but I have a backup plan. Is it open all right? Right. Yeah, there's a gun in the piece. One more and they're all well. I know what I was going to make mention of to you. I was watching a rather interesting program the other day. Would have been yesterday, but it was about, or part of it was about, or in part, the first time that DNA evidence was used admissibly in court. Part of the deal, and that's how they got these guys who had, well, not person, but that's ultimately how they got their perps. Quite interesting. These days we take DNA after. Awesome. They actually had to go through the whole process of court applications to make the evidence. Sorts of stuff. Quite interesting. Most fascinating. I would. I write crime comedy when I write. I do watch lots of things. Oh, I about proof. Now I'm feeling Right, that's our see, yeah, ready to rock or roll. Let them dry up, put their guns in. Now, probably deckle set it. Ah, hey, that's interesting. You're coming up on one conversation thing. Oh, sorry, I didn't see your. I'll read your whisper. Actually, I can even do it now. Give me a while I'm here. It's going to require me to log in. For some reason, it's not detecting who I am. I'll have to check it later, buddy. Oh, excuse me. Oh, just losing a lung there. But yes, I will read that actually between stream. With a bit of luck, what I'll do is get everything. Oh, Alan, how you doing? It is a good thing I have two lungs in pins. I'm certainly very attached to them. Oh, shit. Just knocked something over. Robster. Excuse me a moment, guys. And you know what? I can tell you exactly what it is by the pungent aroma of eucalyptus oil. What I might do, and hey, who would have thought this was a really sensible idea, eh, guys? Once I want this up, aside from getting rid of it, there's other liquids here. Maybe I should get rid of them too. Who would have thought, eh? Kind of a duck hen. Moments like these, lads. Oh, dearie me. Ah, Alan, I'm going to be getting onto a link within the next month. You're rather partial to your links because your grandfather flying them. Um, but yeah, I pretty keen because I'm going to be doing. Well, Leo, I mentioned to you my plan of doing a big long stream. I'm going to be doing that on um, early July, and what I'll be doing on said stream is detailing the bejesus out of the link. I'll get all the prepping work done. I want to get it such that at the end of the 24 hours, hopefully even some assembly done would be good. Very good. Yeah, well, hey. Yeah, but even in the scale world, can you strike the pose? And these are the questions. Certainly, this is what Madonna asks. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna fix this. Should have sort of seen that. Um, and I'll try that's dry at least. Okay, guys, I'll be back shortly. Actually, I can even do that before I come in the return. Hang on. But I shan't be long anyway, guys. All right. Okay. Actually, what I might do is, as I'm just not on the desk at the moment, give me a moment. I'll check that out about the link. I will be very soon, Alan. Um, bing, bing, go. Oh, really? Oh, guys. Now I've got to go through my two. Now I've got to go through my two. Oh, fuck, sucks. Now. Oh, fuck, sucks. Now. Oh, guys, I'm having all sorts of dramas here. Give me a moment. Oh, guys, I'm having all sorts of dramas here. Give me a moment. The. The. 9, 2, 9, 2, 9, 2. All right. All right. All right. Now then, give me another brief moment, guys. Ah, there we go. Now, okay, I'll get back onto the desk shortly, but interim, chaps. Ah, no, mine is actually S for sugar. Now, G for George is a different kit that Airfix put out. Okay, here we go. Excuse me a moment, guys. Sure, you're not gonna mind if I allow myself to get a wee bit distracted from the kits of what the having a few. There we go. There we go. Okay, got it together. The one I'm actually, I have options on the lakefront. In truth, guys. Give me a move that. What I'm doing is S for sugar. Now I have an option. I know what you're probably going to say. Give me a. Here we go. Here we go, kids. You've got the one I'm looking at doing, and yes, well, so is S for sugar. I think G did more. Maybe more raids, that is, but now that's the one I was looking at doing. S for sugar. 137 missions, I believe. I believe the top mission numbers are. Yeah, right. But yeah, I believe the top mission number is M for mother. Actually, 139. You got to save aircraft to go through that many missions. That's some serious. However, you're going to be going, and why aren't you doing this one? I do have the option of this one. Moment, you'll see it. There we go. So that's an option I have, the Dam Buster. Now, the one I have here, the insignia options. Ah. Now, the insignia options on our dam buster, we have two. We've got one from the Royal Canadian and one from the Royal Australian. Gee, I guess which one? Guess which one I'll be building. Got a wee bit of a bias on that one being Australian, of course. But I have an option on the dam buster. Dam buster's a classic. Let's not be shy now. I did toy with that one as an idea of doing that, but I have the option on. I just feel like doing it's for sugar. I will naturally enough do the dam buster in due course. But I know you can get. Come around. I know you can get G for George off of Airfix. One of the things I do want to do is I actually want to do 3 links all up. I want to do one with the standard payload, one dam buster, and one with the Grand Slam bomb. That would be cool. Then I've got sort of like complete light for you. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing. And that will be in July. That. Where have I put? Wait a minute, they're in here. Yeah, right. I thought it was sugar they had there. No, at the War Memorial they have a link, so that'd be where it was. Yeah. Now, same time, I have thought about the thing about G is that pretty sure what I've got there is the B3. Reckon, which makes one. Not that makes that many. In which case, well, I could go 4 lengths if I had the display space because then I'd have the B1, the B3, down bus. Now, I need to. Now, the one I came with the kit, carpet monster has done its thing. They do. Why? The carpet monster with the drill. Bit of luck, that will look at it. There we go. Right, now we're going to put the colour on that first. Actually, I've one thing I would mate of mine made the observation as to how much my model building has improved since it started. Now, I mean, I guess I'm surprised but I wanted to. But bit of black on the but the yeah, and I gotta say, yeah, I can definitely that first 109, an F4 on the but as it is on the other ones. It's a little thing. Sometimes it's bloody big. Um, one thing I can state is that when I did putting a Airfix front end on a AZ fuselage with Airfix wings, I would have been game to attempt that when I first started. These days I'm a little more adventurous. You know, why not? Hey. Now. Oh. Great people. Nice. All I've done is I'm not this Tosh again. That might have fixed it straight away. Not quite. Give me a moment again, guys. Got this thing called thing called Droid Cam. That's great. When maybe this thing where it doesn't hold. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. That's so much to ask. Okay. That's all I've done. Is just given the casing a touch of black. We'll do the back. I believe it's meant to be sort of browny red colour. Keep the interior clear. Once that's dried, which will be won't take too long, we'll whack that into the cockpit. And we can start doing the canopy. Our canopy is completed as soon as we put in position. Actually, on the topic of my first models, here's something for a bit of humour value. I don't know if humour value is the right word, but maybe compare and contrast. What was the last kit I finished? We'll go single engine against single engine because the first one was the Spit. Built the Spitfire Mark 1 on Dundas. Okay, give me a moment, guys. I'll be back in a tick. Well, actually, I can still continue to converse, and I will too. Here is the first kit I built when I started back. Boom, Spitfire. It's not bad. The canopy's a bit of a poor fit. I'd never have that these days. Paint job's not bad. There's a bit of a ill fit there. Mostly she's not too shab. The first up job I was pretty happy with it. Canopy actually came up reasonably well. no aerial. So yeah, now I put aerials on my aircraft these days. I didn't on. This is my most recent one. That doesn't actually come with an aerial. Straight away you can see I've achieved a lot more on that. There's a whole stack more. Granted, the kit allowed that, but you can see that, yeah, how I've gone from out a bit. Well, not cool. Yep. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Now, while they're very different paint jobs and stuff like that, I'm inclined to think you can see the significant improvement overall in that time. That gives me a warm, fuzzy glow. So there you go. Compare and contrast time. Now I'll pop this bit back. I'll just pop it up here for the time being. Now, what was it? That drawing, those drying. Fuel tank. Might as well put the fuel tank. Wouldn't mind giving that a bit of small amount of shipping. Fine. Because generally speaking, they did come with a bit of that. They weren't pristine either. Ooh. Oh, it's glad you like them, mate. What I do with panel lines is the black wash beforehand, before I do anything. Well, not before I do anything. I put my, when I get a kit, what I do, oh, get a couple of things in order, is I give it a black wash first. After I've washed the actual kit in soap and water, yeah, I do that. No, some do, some don't. I do. What I'm gonna do, what I then do is, um, I give the entire kit a coating of black paint and then wipe it off. Note, one piece at a, well, a few bits at a time. Not something to go, I'll paint the whole lot, then wipe it off. But ultimately, because that's when I'll use a heavy enamel, because it goes into all the cracks, and you wipe it off. When you, and with the black paint in the actual gaps of the aircraft, it has two effects. One, brings up the panel lines pretty heavily. Two, brings up all the detail pretty sweetly. Now, it's at that point that you just do your normal paint job, and now, quick addition, this is for 1:72. I would not necessarily suggest that you want this methodology if you're talking 1:48. Then you can get a little more nuanced with it. The but on 1:72, I find just doing the black wash first brings up the lines, and then you just paint normally, and the lines come out. With a bit of weathering, it looks sweet. I think with 1:72, it's very easy to go too heavy with your panel lines, because you got to remember, anything that is, it might look really, really small on the kit, but in actuality, it would be 72 times bigger than that. That's an important thing to remember. Oh, that got in the way of my plan there. Conversely, of course, got a somebody on a group recently did a picture of bombs on their racks before it even been put in the aircraft. They're actually pretty dirty and grimy and stuff. About it. Well, although they've been kept pristine and clean. That have been transported. There would have. Yeah, look, 1:72. Here's a couple of observations for you on and thoughts for you on scales and stuff. 1:72 is good for a couple of reasons. One, as a personal opinion, and bearing in mind, okay, storage space. Yeah, way easier. Just size alone. That's a bit of a no-brainer, I'm sure. Now, the other side of the equation is that your margin of error in many ways is far greater on a here's something I need to do. I forgot to actually paint the bombs for the Yonkers. I've got the yellow paint on the bottom. I'm sorry, this is quite irrelevant. Yeah, mate. It's all about learning. Now, yeah, anyways, 1:72. In many ways, whilst they're more fiddly, your margin of error is greater because when you look at, say, my experience with the 1:48 armoured vehicle, for example, is that it's got a lot more details, a lot more going on. It can be quite full on. Now, I can only imagine, I've never worked 1:32, 1:24, but you can soon join the dots. That's going to be, whoa, so you want to keep it simple. That's where 1:72 is really good, as a personal opinion. I would also strongly recommend, now what we're going to do with these bombs is do a little stripe around the bottom, because there is one. Then I'm going to do the rest of them Schwarzgrün, or maybe Dunkelgrün, one of the greens anyway. Yeah, but go for it. And in that regard, as far as the aircraft you start off with, a really good tip I was given by a good friend of mine who pretty much knows how you do it. That'll do you a nice size for the occasion, I think. Was you want to start off with your single engined and work up. And it was a pretty sound piece of advice he gave me. Because what it is that now I've got a little thing here. I need to go on to one of that one. Do that after we put this tape on. Yeah, is that I certainly discovered as I went from single engine to two engined, and in fact once the Junkers is done, I'll be heading onto a Halifax, which will be four engined. Yeah, a lot more goes on. And that's probably good prepping for net bigger scales if the mood takes, yeah. But yeah. So, and I'd also but wait, there's more. Other things I would suggest you might want to consider is some manufacturers are easier to build than others. Now, that's a thing. And it's something that's well worth bearing in mind. Here we go. Things that are worth bearing. Airfix are doing some very nice kits now. And as a starting point, I would certainly say, yeah, go for them. Now that said, Tamiya are awesome. I found building their 109, which is this little number, absolutely fantastic. They just go click, click, click together. Academy go together nicely. Now you see these easy ones are great to do as learning experiences because, well, just that. They're easy. Now the thing with Tamiya though, the reason I maybe say don't go first up on Tamiya is, personal opinion, that what am I doing with that? There we go. I want. Part of the problem here is, of course, it's slightly. Anyway, yeah. When you're looking at the Tamiya kits, or kit that I built, it does go together very nicely, but unless I would recommend waiting a little bit to really do understand what you can do with it. The Tamiya kit I found absolutely fantastic, but don't a lot of what you could do with it, I've totally botched that. Not the Tamiya thing, the bomber thing. Um, the you'll look at it afterwards or down the track and go, gee, I wish I had done da 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 da. Now, given how good a Tamiya kit is, that's the only reason I'm suggesting you might want to wait on those ones. That's again an opinion. Your opinion may differ. Your experience may differ. More power to you. There's one of them. Dear oh dear, that took a while. That's okay though. What I'm trying to do with this, you can see what I'm trying to do with that tape being where it is. I do, once I glue, actually I need to glue with that little distance. Once I glue this on, I will, along with the rest of them, give it a coat of, actually I'll probably go Dunkelglon. And then I will put one at the bottom of the unit because it doesn't, I'm not so bothered if I don't get that done today. To get that, it's just bing, bing, bing. Oops, but wait. All right. We got that one done. Now for 3 more. These are clearly going to take a bit of time. I think. Actually, something I'll show you. I'll show you why I do like the Tamiya kit not so much. This. Now, this is the fuel tank. Here we go. Fairly. Gotta make sure I get my points right. Well, almost everything on this kit has just clicked into place. Good. That's the spots there. And yeah, this time it's been a bit fiddly. It's unusual for there. Feel this where it sits. There we go. So straight away you can see it just sits that nicely. Really kindly for you. Let's just check something. This is my own mate might even. Boom. So you can see how nicely a Tamiya kit's fit together. That's one of the merits of them, and certainly if you want a kit to go together nicely, boom, Tamiya. And that's great, certainly if you're just starting out, but I also think because, if I can even show you, one of the things about it that makes it a bit of more, it does give all these marvellous options on detail. As an opinion, I don't reckon I've done nearly as nice a job when I first started out. I've got the bottom here, I've got a few. So there's a few thoughts for you. Yeah, look, it's got to be said in very simple terms, they rock. I am. This one's my first Tamiya. And I gotta say, yeah, I am now an unadulterated fan. They are really, really, really good. An absolute pleasure to build. And you know, that's what you want. I'm sure you've all had the. Here's an interesting thing that I've experienced, and that Minpins has heard me talk about this. How early Airfix kits are kind of the more recent ones. But yeah, you get their more recent kits and they're great. They go together a dream. Um, well, and I'm actually very keen to get a couple of Tamiya tanks. I'm feeling very big and decisive on it in terms of there's boom, fantastic. So we can let that dry on. After the fact, we will probably hit that with a wee bit of weathering because they're a bit too clean. Nah, I do like Airfix. Look, when I was a kid, they were the kits. And back then, you looked at Japanese kits and you said, they're just not going to be the goods. And as I was saying to a mate, it's a bit, time has since passed, and now these days, the Japanese stuff is the shit. The shit in a bit. I've actually got a few kits that I'm actually one of my favourite manufacturers is AZ. That's because they've got a really good range of 109s. I've got a number of 109s from them. In fact, give me a moment. I've got 109s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I've got 8 109s still in my stash. They're all AZ. Although I've got another 3 from Avis. I've got a shitload more Spitfires I want to get. Mostly pilots, stuff like that. But yeah, no, not just airfix min pins. I do. I'm a bit of a model whore. I'll go wherever it's required. But these days I am also looking what I can get with a kit. I'll tell you something I'm actually very keen to get hold of. A rifled tank. Now, Rifle's the manufacturer, and they do some sweet shit. Seriously, I checked them out because I saw. What the hell is it? So I saw one that there's a guy I follow on. Now we're going to get onto these very shortly again. I saw a guy on Instagram and he'd done a rifled 1:35 Tiger and it was sexy as all hell. They were great. I went onto the website and they do indeed have some sexy tanks, guys. If you're in for tanks, rifled. There's one in particular that I'm very keen on. I'll have to probably get them mailed over, but didn't Goog. But I have to check out their website. Yeah. Anyway, but Rifle do this one that is dead sexy, dead sexy. Get into my belly. And it's a Tiger one with the markings of Michael Wittmann, but the big win, guys. It's got a clear hull, so you can do all the detailing and look straight through at it. And that, to me, mate, I had to put on protection just looking at this thing. Going, oh, indeed. It was a messy business, but I tell you, sexy bloody tank. And I'm dead set getting myself one, because I do want to do a Wittmann. There's also a couple of other Tamiya tanks I want, actually Tamiya tanks I want to get. Which I'll wax lyrical about shortly, because I'm about to duck off and have a very quick break, and then we're going to put more tape around these. Then we're going to put the canopies on the Junkers, I think. Certainly some of them. Then, actually, I might do one of them right now before I go and do things, because what we might do is pop this underside one on. Delete new so that all can dry. Bit gappy. We can actually see what the problem here is. And what the issue here is, it's a bit frustrating but easy to fix. I'll even show you. You'll see that the hands of the gunner actually extend past the end there a little bit. Already had to chop his arms off. He's got no hands as it happens. That's the bastard, right? I say. I'm forgetting in the way of my fucking canopy. Now, no, I have actually been. I've seen people do it. You can't see what I'm talking about here with my. Sorry, guys. Where's the bit? That's the issue. There. Right. You can see how the hand sticks in just a little bit. I thought I'd trim that bit. What the hell? that? What? Now it's trash. Anyway, I thought this guy's got no hands at the moment. As I said, serves the bastard right. So what I'll have to do, I suspect, when I get back, is to trim that either file or I'll probably file it down a bit. Annoying. I'll probably have to do a slight. Really, that's also annoying because it's not where I thought I was going at the moment. There we go. Yeah, so you can see where the hands are extending past. I reckon I'll be sanding them down. I'll probably use an emery board on it. I've already, like I said, chopped his hands off. That's a bit annoying. Didn't like it. But didn't like it either. You can harden the fuck up. Anyway, what I will do. Duck off a break. And when we get back, we'll do a bit of filing. Look at that happening. That's what's stopping that piece going on. It should have. Most frustrating. I'm sure you'll agree. Actually, I'm assuming you agree. Yeah. As I said, back shortly, guys. Breakfast? Oh, for break, I'm just going to the little bald man's room, and I'm sure you don't want the audio on. And yeah, just gonna get myself a fresh coffee, and I'll be back. Also, I think it's a good idea to get up and walk. In fact, speaking for myself, it's a good idea to get up and walk around a bit. I've had all of my physio, my chiro, and my massage therapist say, you sit for too long, your body will seize up. Your injuries are hideous. Yeah. As for what's for breakfast, which I'll have after I finish the stream, I've got a couple of options. I might go oats with maybe some apple and cinnamon. Or I might go scrambled egg. Yes. These are options. But I will be back shortly, guys. All right, I'm back. Back now. What I did have a. Ah, yes, I am live, buddy. Um, now something I was thinking about doing, very, or won't take me too long, is on the subject of G for George. For a brief moment, I'm going to leave the kit and head to my computer desk. Let's see if we are correct. If Airfix, I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure they do G for George. And as such, that would be fantastic. Then I could do the whole books on dice, couldn't I? That would go 1 is to 72. 71, if they have apparently. Yes, the B3 damn buses we do have. Looking. Ah! Aha! Now. $239 parts. Z for zombie. Royal Canadian. This is a B2, which is slightly different again. The S for sugar is a B3. I thought they were putting out G for George again. Let's just have I'm going to continue to go through their selection just to satisfy my own curiosity, as it were, and potentially yours. Now that's the one we've got. That's for sugar. Not looking so promising now, chaps. One more page. Then we'll get back to the kits. Although you'd have to think there's a chance of getting the decals. So yeah. Anyway, it was just something I wanted to speculate about. Because hey, now to be at quite that angle, I asked. Caramba. There's always a bit of a prick of a piece. There are some parts that are. And what's the issue with this one? Is that it's just a prick of it. That's the bottom line. Another one of those occasions when I probably would have been doing myself a bit of a favour to have gotten hold of my pieces. Yes, but hey, it was good as well. Deep boy. Made my life easy. There we go. Definitely probably to drop it. Now, after all that faff, let's get this going the way we should have done the first time, shall we? Right. There. Strands off. Here. Tell you guys, it shouldn't be this bloody hard, should it, mate? Jesus. Not help. Come here. Frustration. There we go. Oh, that's it's meant to be. Frick if I know. We'll let that dry there, shall we? Say can't. Let's just do that, shall we? Dear, oh dear, kids. Now, bombs. The other one. I always feel a bit of an affinity for bombs. Could be because the grandfather Eastman was his job to make them. And defuse them. Where's that rod? There we go. Pass it on. One. I know, Alan, you would get QI in the UK. I don't know if you get QI in the US. I saw a thing where they were talking about, you can soon see the relevance to the tape here. Apparently, human finger, theoretically, capable of feeling something as small a piece of the speck of dust. Question raised quite validly. Yeah, but how come? Next to impossible to define the start of a. I'd say that's a pretty damn fair question. That little experience. There we go. Two. Alright. We're getting a bit done. Now, actually, I know what we're going to do after these. We'll put another bit of colour on that mirror. Right. Right. Oh, what a jag, chaps. That is the mirror that's meant to go in. Ha 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 ha! Lucky stuff. Oh, there's a win. That's. I was going to have to look at using an FX mirror because I'd lost the Tamiya one. There's the Tamiya one. Booyah! Correct one. Much happier. Okay, we put that in straight away. Give me a moment. Alrighty. In fact, that has survived really nicely too. Fantastic. Much chipper about that. The reason I didn't want to put any of the canopies on is for some reason they've got a very long stem on them. Maybe I'm just oh duh. You don't need the full length of them, big boy. You do. Let's see. Now, tweezers I will use on this occasion. First time I've used these ones. So it'll be a live and learned experience. Are these ones? I assume you can see that. We've got to wait. There we go. Yep. So, good. Yes. Oh, there was always the problem with that. Two parts, and now they've come apart. That's in. At least I got them. Will do. Blue. Obviously, this is not going to be some. Look at them. Just have been. That's fine. Bit frustrating, but hey, person that befalls. The other side of the equation, we've actually had a piece that we had lost. I see why they've got. Done it that way. Two, one. It is two different. All right, but that's still cool. I'm almost tempted to try and put it in now, but I think I prefer to let that dry. Now, to stop myself going through the gee, where did that go routine? In there, pop in that. All right. A little bit of frustration there, but a little bit of reward as well. And I got a bit more insight into how the mirror goes in, which is kind of cool. Now, bombs. I'm not going to get as much done this session as I thought, but I guess I can always finish off the aircraft in the second session. Something I won't have the bombs done. Um, but I'll get everything. That's a bit good. So yeah. All right. Now, tape. Because what we'll do, I've got to let that glued onto the Junkers dry before, or I'd like to actually, how's that sitting? Sitting all right. Worry about it later too. Nothing to say, however, actually, how's about I put other parts on? How hard's that work? Where are we going first? Bombs. What I think I shall do, is I've taped up the bombs. I'm going to put the front canopy on the Junkers and probably the front canopy. That needs to settle before we can put the two side bits of the top canopy in. Yeah, it'll be a gradual process, kids. All come together. Now. Actually, wait. Alan, I don't know if you're still there, buddy. If you are, the black wash thing I mentioned earlier, I've actually got a video about that on YouTube. Go check that out. Gotta start doing more videos. I do my live stream to YouTube, but I need to do more. Well, uploaded of videos on the how-tos of what I do. Everybody does them, but everybody does them slightly differently, and how I do. Now, last one of these. Oh, quick drums there. Tape. Eggs or oats? I'm actually going to go eggs, I reckon. The reason being that I actually bought cream specifically for the purpose of making it. All right. One toothpick's very handy. Well, right, taped up. We'll glue that ring on the back. And we'll look at those other bits of canopy. Yonkers. Takes the time. Just dealing. Grabbing the girl with long straight hair calls it. Now, next. Let's get this done. Alrighty. Oops. This one. That'll happen. Yeah, almost unequal. Oh, that's fantastic. We will put one. Then just be aware of it. Oops. Pick this from the top here. Bit off camera, I know. But, so I've got glue on around the front there. Now, it's not bad. Oh, I smashed one of those. Worse than it was before. And one. Now, this one. Got that one in. Because those other ones, where they are, probably let that one dry properly before I bother putting them in. The aerial goes into that, but I'll also again let that dry more thoroughly before attempting to put the rear one. Okay, we're getting a bit of a plan going as to what we're doing. Fantastic. So let's get this one put in, shall we? Boom. Oops. Beautiful. Shit, I just realised something I forgot to do. I've got a crew member to put in the back there. Let's get that done. Need to get done. Maybe I'll have a little difficult by putting that in, but that's okay. With that. Go in. Probably be able to use. Yep, that'll work. Well, just fit it in quite nicely. Try that again. Pissing off. And breathe. Oh, that was a rumble. Try to move these in the right spot still. get frustrated. Starting frustrated. There we go. I think that's what it's going to be here. Not moving around. Thank Christ for that. That was a pain in the ass. All right. Canopy's good, is it? Okay. Now I'll breathe. God, that was okay. So I've got that on. In mirror drying. Bombs taped. We get now. Next. Move those which I'd like them to dry. What I'm thinking, the order of events when we get back will be stand at the bottom of the guy's hands, glue in the mirror on the 109, glue in underside, and the mirror, hands, side. By the time we've done all of that, we'll be able to go back to the 109 and put the canopy in. We start doing so. Bing, 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 bing. All right. Wow. All right. There's our plan. Was he sitting crooked? Or is he? Yeah. Should be okay now. You're just toying with me. But yeah. But now we've got all our crew in there. All right. So, what I'm gonna do now that I've made those executive decisions and we've got things organised and yada 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 yada. What we're gonna do is wind the stream up a bit earlier than normal, but hey, and then we are going to be back in at the usual time. And we will get those done. And that might, well, we'll see how long it takes. But either way, I'd say we're looking pretty solid on completion of the of both aircraft in that next stream. 6 minutes. Oh, man, I can waffle for 6 minutes. You'd be amazed how much I can bullshit. Now, but yeah, what I was, but that's what we'll do. Like I said, we'll our first objective will be sanding of the hands. No, put the glue in the one, glue in the mirror, sand hands. Put that in. Second, the 109 canopy, put those in. It'll all come together, quite literally. And if we get all of that done, which we should, we will then have a bit of a look at our next builds. So that's our plan. You shall indeed, buddy. Now, first thing I'll do, I'll switch this light out. Drop that down to there. Move the camera around. Excuse me, my people. All right. So, hang on. I need to zoom that out. I probably do. No, that's good enough. That'll do it. Oh, my housemate's leaving for work. See you later. And yeah, anyway, I'll see you in that time. And I'm expecting that we shall have completed our aircraft then. What we probably even have time to do, I should think, and I would probably like to do, is actually, I used stretched sprue for my aerials. We'll probably look at doing a wee bit of that as the time progresses, depending on how quickly we get all this done. So yeah, did I get a haircut? Oh mate, I got the haircut when I was 23. Here's a quick story for you on that front. I started losing hair when I was 16. And whilst I like doing things with my hair, by the time I was 18, with my hair gelled up, you could see the scalp. As my hair got thinner and thinner, I tried growing it out to try and hide the fact. And my sister, I think I was about 20, yeah, I said 23, came up to me and said, Rob, razor, use it. Basically, she actually didn't shave my head for me. For a while, I actually kept a ponytail. Well, you can keep that. At least you got some. You can see you got some. And would have kept that, except one day, a mate of mine said, "Look, mate, quick heads up here. I can give you a list of chicks who'll be all over you like a rash, but you got to lose that ponytail. It makes you look like a psycho with a shaven head." I'm there. So, yeah, look, yeah, it's the dignified way to go, mate. It really is. Let's face it, the comb over. No. Nah. Accepting it is the way to roll. Anyway, on that note, completely irrelevant to modelling, but hey, I'll see everybody in 2.5 hours. Min bins, you know the spiel I'm about to trot out. But I'll trot it out again for anybody else, any first-time viewers. Magic button for you. Follow, like, or subscribe. And when it comes to various platforms, I am Rob the Builder on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord, and Robster the Builder on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Follow, like, or subscribe. Alrighty. 6 minutes gone. Oh, that's funny, man. Alrighty. Yeah, we're calling that done, and I will catch you later for all the action that modelling brings. See you then, man.